New Super Mario Bros. U, or as it was originally called, New Super Mario Bros. Me, until they decided to change the title. I'm going to play this a little bit, talk about it. This was a Wii U launch title. I am struggling early. That's very apparent. I haven't played this one in a while. First of all, this is a great game. It was directed by Masataka Takamoto. And he's an interesting cat because this was actually the first game he directed. He was a level designer on New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think this one's a lot better. Maybe it's just because it's in HD and it just looks a lot sharper. Although, I think New Super Mario Bros. Wii is in widescreen. I'll have to play it in emulation mode. I may do a video on that to check it out, because it does look a lot sharper than some other Wii games do on the Wii U. And I've got the acorn, so I can fly a little bit. This was a launch title, and there were a lot of launch titles for the Wii U. I would say this is the best one. There's obvious secret down here. Probably the other most notable one was Zombie U, which some people really love. I haven't played it that much, so I don't really know too much about it, honestly. There were some other ones that came out pretty early. Wonderful 101, which I do not like. I feel like it just seems too overly complex for a game released on a Nintendo console. And the touchscreen controls, I just did not like them at all. The cool thing about this, you can actually play as your Miis. Although, it does have kind of a strange prerequisite. Like, player 1 has to be Mario, for example, which is pretty obnoxious. And of course, they also released New Super Luigi U. In fact, I'm not even sure if that's exactly what the game is called. Is it Super Luigi U? It's kind of tricky to even know what the heck that game is called. I really enjoyed that one because a lot of people talk about how difficult it is. I didn't think it was that difficult. You can shake the... I can only do it once. I'm getting up there. I don't care. You can shake the game... I mean, I'm playing on the gamepad instead of a Wiimote, so I'm shaking this giant gamepad to get him up there. But in Super Luigi U, you had... I'm never going to get all these, but I'll take a whack at it. See how many I can get. I thought I was going to jump on that guy's head. Well, I'm still alive, still alive. I can't believe it. I've never made it this far. I missed one! I missed two. I got so excited I'd never gotten that far with getting most of them. So I missed two. New Super Luigi U, provided that's what it's called. They released it as DLC for this game, and then they also had a standalone version. I've got the standalone version. The main reason I bought it is because apparently they didn't make a whole lot of them, so it's somewhat uncommon. There's also a combo package that comes with New Super Mario Bros. U and Super Luigi U. That's probably going to be one of those $60, $70 games in the next 5 or 6 years. There's going to be a lot of Wii U games that are worth a lot. They're retaining their value incredibly well because nobody's developing it for them. I mean, you get 3 or 4 games a year that are worth playing. And this year, I still don't think we're going to get Zelda this year being 2016. I think that's going to be an NX launch title, and it's going to come out on the Wii U and the NX. I really believe that. Whatever the NX is going to be. Is this a secret? No. So I think it's going to be sort of like the Twilight Princess was on the GameCube and the Wii, where it's going to come out on both consoles. So I am not expecting Zelda this year. The handheld NX, apparently it's going to be released as a handheld first, and then the console version about a year later. So I'm guessing that was smart. Zelda, Wii U, and NX about a year and a half from now. But let's talk about this game. Let's talk some more about it. First of all, it's a really beautiful game. I'm not sure the resolution on this. I would guess 720p. I don't think it's 1080p. It's not all that sharp, but I'm not going to pretend to be one of these people that knows exactly when a game's 720p or 1080p. I am actually playing on... I've got 2 monitors hooked up right now. Let me look over it. You know what? It might be 1080p. Looking over at the LED monitor I've got running this. It's got a delay on it. And I've got the real-time one. It's just an old 21-inch LCD monitor. So I don't know if it's 1080p or not, but it's pretty sharp. It's looking pretty good. running through these caves. You ever notice, like, every Mario game ever, the 1-2 is always a cave, or a dungeon, whatever you want to call it, it's a cave. Not always, though, not always, though. My favorite Mario game on the Wii U, of course, is Super Mario 3D World, which I played ahead of the Super Mario Galaxy games, especially because of the co-op, and I was never a fan of using a nunchuck to play anything on the Wii, so... Star coins. I missed one. I have beaten this game. I'm just sort of playing through it a little bit real quick, because it is a great game. It's one of these games you can just pick up and play at any point. It never gets too frustrating. Sometimes, you know, finding Bowser for the 600th time, as I have throughout the last 30-some-odd years. Some of the Bowsers you fight are... Maybe there's something over here. Nope. They can be frustrating, but not in this one. This game stays pretty even kill throughout. That was a pathetic jump. But going back to Super Luigi U for a moment, I'll probably do a video on that. What's cool about that is I've got a 5-year-old. We play together a lot. And you can play as a Nabbit in that one. And the Nabbit can't die unless he falls in a hole. He's invincible because he's a monster, I guess. And we're going to get a little cutscene right here. It's just a very crisp game. Very crisp game. Again, I don't know the resolution. I'm going to keep harping about the resolution. Sorry about that. Because now I want to look it up. I could look it up in about 2 seconds, but I'm just so lazy. I'm not going to do that. So let's go to Toad's house and pick one. You know what's cool? I read this a while back. In Super Mario Bros. 3, which was the first time we had a Toad house, you had 3 treasure chests that you could pick an item from. And it came out, I guess one of the programmers confessed that it didn't matter which box you picked. It was predetermined. Oh, I forgot. You picked 3 of them. See, this is different. You don't just pick one and get an item. You keep picking until you get the Bowser. I just wasn't paying attention. That's what I get. But they said the item was predetermined, so it didn't matter which of the treasure chests you picked. I still got a star. That's cool. Funny story about my kid here in a second about those items. Let me make sure I don't accidentally go on a level. B are the items. So you have all these item slots. But let me go back. So I just used it. I accidentally used it. I pushed the wrong button. I specifically went to this spot so I wouldn't accidentally go in here, and oh well, I got a star. But my kid, my 5-year-old, he's a hoarder. He will not let you use any of the items. He'll get so frustrated if you use one of the items. And when all the items are full, you can replace an item, and it's always just strange which ones he wants you to pick. Like, there's a penguin suit. You don't get it that often, and it's pretty valuable later on in the game, and you really want to use it because it allows you to navigate the ice levels much easier. And anytime he gets... he'll have a penguin suit in the inventory. When he gets another one, guess what he's replacing? He's replacing the penguin suit. That's what he replaces. No, he's not going to replace the star or the mushroom when he's got 4 or 5 fire flowers. It's the penguin suit that he's going to replace. It makes it very difficult. And he's not the one that's going to have to really navigate those ice levels. He's pretty much out by the 2nd or 3rd jump. Though he's good. He's good. For a 5-year-old, he's very good. A year ago, when I introduced him to platformers, he couldn't even run and jump at the same time. And he does very well in Super Mario 3D World. I'll probably do some videos doing some co-op in there. Let's see if I can get these red coins. The answer is yes. I'll probably make this the last level I play. Record against 60 frames per second. It's strange when you watch this game, it's 60 frames per second. It looks normal, but then when you watch it on YouTube, it looks 10,000 times smoother, even though it's the exact same frame rate. I guess it's because we're sort of predisposed to looking at... Oh no! That was almost horrible. We're so used to 30 frame per second videos. I guess that's why. But it is strange, it just seems so much smoother. And the smaller the window, the smoother it seems too, so... It's just strange how that works, how our eyes are trained. It's probably something scientific, but... Again, I'm too lazy to look up the reasoning. Okay, a boss. It's this guy with the big fists. He almost got me right there. Always 3 hits to kill a boss. I wonder who was the first one to decide it should be 3 hits to kill a boss. I remember shooting Bowser with 6,000 fireballs in the original Super Mario Brothers, not knowing it would work, but being terrified. It was the first time I did that was the Bowser, the one that shoots the Hammer Brothers hammers, and I was terrified to run up to him. I said, "Well, I got a fire flower, so maybe I can kill him with a fire flower. Is it possible?" And amazingly, he died. And I can't remember because when you kill Bowser with, I went right back in this level. Whoops. When you kill him with fireballs, he turns into a monster. Like, I remember a blooper. He'll turn into a blooper sometimes. At each level, he turns into something different. It's really strange. I'm going to do one more level. 13 lives, not too shabby. Yoshi Hill. Let's see Yoshi in this one. So yeah, this was a launch title. Again, Zombie U was the other notable. Shortly after that, Wonderful 101. There were 32 launch titles, I believe, for the Wii U. My kid loves Monty Mole for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's fat. There were a ton of ports. Mass Effect 3 came to the Wii U, which still seems really strange that they brought Mass Effect 3 to the Wii U. It just seems bizarre. Yoshi's my kid's favorite. When he plays Mario Kart, he's always Yoshi. Or he's a Mii. And when he's a Mii, he's the Mii wearing the Yoshi outfit, the amiibo outfit. I'm going to annihilate this Monty Mole. And we're not looking at a lot of Wii U games this year, unfortunately. That's an obvious secret. We do get Star Fox Zero, which isn't that developed by Platinum Games? Speaking of Wonderful 101, I'm a little bit curious. The Wii U games are they're maintaining their value so much. I mean, you don't really risk much if you buy one and it turns out to be something that's not very fun, because these games are becoming so sought after now and just retaining their value that, I mean, pretty much everything that's come out is still a $40 or $45 game. It's unbelievable. Oh, I want to shoot that at you. Oh well. And I think there's a Pokemon game coming out. But you don't see a lot of those on consoles. I could have slid right into those guys. My kid calls those poops. He doesn't call them Goombas, he calls them poops. They look like walking poops. Speaking of pooping, I pooped out a fire flower. A mushroom, that's useless. I like the backgrounds in these. They're actually pretty cool. They're, sometimes you get lost trying to look at them, trying to figure out which elements are 3D and which elements are just, 2D mapped planes. Or, textures mapped onto planes, which plane's still technically a 3-dimensional object. And I think that, if you talk about the Xbox 360 and the PS3 versus the Wii U in terms of power, I think the jury's still out on. Nobody can really figure out what's more powerful. We know the Wii U has more memory, certainly. Oh, no, Yoshi. But in terms of CPU and everything else, it's pretty similar. Could a game like this be done on the PS3 and the Xbox 360? Most likely. But we don't really get games like that. I guess the closest would be something like Little Big Planet, although Microsoft did have a Smash Brothers knockoff, Small Arms, which it's funny because I had played it. I hadn't played Smash Brothers in a while. I played Small Arms, like, oh man, this is pretty good. This is a good Smash Brothers clone. I played it a few weeks ago, and I realized, no, it's not a good Smash Brothers clone, not at all. Let's go ahead and get Pink Yoshi over here. I keep saying I'm going to stop playing, but I'm going to keep playing. I don't care. Hello, baby Yoshi. Yes, yes. Okay. The Yoshis, I'm going to go this way. Rise of the Piranha Plant. So let's see. The different Yoshis you get. So let's see. Oh. See, they're tricky. I think... Okay, so he eats stuff. I don't know what happens... That looks like... That looks like a secret. So let's get rid of Baby Yoshi for a second. I don't know why he takes off. I'm trying to remember the purpose of these guys. I mean, obviously, he can help me fly, but... Other than that... Find him something to eat. I don't think he can eat a Hammer Brother. I'm loading up on fire flowers, though. Can he eat a Piranha Plant? He sure can. Maybe he can eat everything. I remember thinking, well, maybe if they eat enough. Can he eat? He cannot eat a hammer brother. Should have known. I thought originally that I expected him to grow up if he ate enough bad guys. He's not eating that one, I don't think. That's the other thing that's great about this, the dancing with certain specific parts of the music. The Koopas will dance, and I didn't realize the baby Yoshis would dance, but there you go. But I always thought if he ate enough of these dudes, he would grow up and I could ride him. Oh, come on. Oh! I gotta go back. But I don't think that happens. I think I remember thinking it would happen, and it never happened. I'm sorry. Come here. It makes a good bullet sponge, though. Bullet shield, I guess. Or whatever you want to call it. I think I get to keep him. He looks so angry, though. He looks very sarcastic. He's always rolling his eyes. Makes me want to play Super Mario World. Which is, of course, the first appearance of Yoshi's. And let's... So I think... Yeah, see if you hit the Piranha plant, you have to battle the Piranha plants. Get out of here. I will say this, though, the music... I think the music's a little bit disappointing. I like New Super Mario Brothers for the DS, the original one. It has some amazing music. And Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World have amazing music as well. Let's do this real quick. And then I'm really going to be done. My kid thinks it's funny to collect all the Bowsers while I'm trying to get the 1-ups. Oh. And he's usually pretty good about finding Bowsers, and I usually get 4 or 5 too. I'm actually doing pretty good this time. I'm gonna get a lot of lives on this one. I'm usually really horrible at this. Oh no! Oh, that was close. How about this one? How about that? Oh man, that was a clinic right there. Oh, it's not done. Yeah, one more. I think I missed 2. I got a lot of lives on this one. I don't know that I got any Bowsers. Look at that. Is that 10? 10? Are you kidding me? No Bowsers? That's amazing. I'm glad I recorded.